Hello Mzansi, sanamkela Dijo Le Bophelo on SABC2. The aim of our show is to help deal with food-related issues so we can live happier and healthier lives. Every week sinimema ukuthi nisibuze noma yini enifuna ukuyazi ngokudla bese ke thina siletha ongqondo bethu ukuthi baphendule imibuzo yenu. Namhlanje sikhuluma about common embarrassing things. Koketso wants to know, can food come to his rescue? We don't know. He posted a video on our Twitter page with a few questions about this. I guess one.
Hi Dijo, I just wanted to know, are there foods that could assist me with the common embarrassing things that I suffer from?
We went to meet Koketso to learn more about him before spending imibuzo yakhe. Let's watch.
Hi, my name is Goketo Temba Madlanga. Kidula Kotopsi, and I'm 28 years of age. Most of the time I play chess with my friends. That's mostly my hobby. Redula go society whereby image is everything. I only out, only dry lips, only matsoa dry, and even your only mukenge. People still take you seriously. But also, they always make fun of me because I have this common embarrassing things. It goes to a point whereby they don't want to be seen with me. Well, that's why I wrote to Dijo Le Bophelo, so they could assist me with the foods that can help me with my problem.
We are joined by health professional Dr. Nokukhanya Khanyile, who will be answering imibuzo Koketso. Please join our conversation on Twitter at Dijo Le Bophelo, or on Facebook, na Instagram, over to Dijo Le Bophelo, or just email me, dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back. Usase namla Dijo Le Bophelo. Namhlanje sikhuluma ngezinto ezi-common, ezi-embarrassing, and their food remedies. Dr. Nokukhanya Khanyile is a health professional and will be giving valuable answers to Koketso's questions. But first, let's find out more about her. Wow, Dr. Khanyile, what an incredible profile. I know all of you can't wait to meet her, but wait. Before the break, we heard that Goketo has common embarrassing things. Uhlazo. Now, these things are having a negative impact on his self-esteem. He has specific questions that he has posted on our Twitter page, and we'll be answering these questions with our guest, Namhlanje. How Pela, now you can have a say on these embarrassing things on our Twitter page at Dijo Le Bophelo, or even look at Dijo Le Bophelo on Facebook, na go Instagram, or just email us at dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. Hey, Dr. Khanyile, how are you?
Well, and yourself?
Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
The audience can't wait to hear what you've got to share. But before that, are you ever embarrassed?
Oh, all the time. I think I do embarrassing things very often.
Ubaba kanje? What's an embarrassing thing that you've done?
I mean, you know, my mouth gets me into trouble a lot. My face, because I can't reconcile my face with my mouth and tell my mouth to stop some of the things. So that's the problem. I get myself into a lot of trouble often.
So basically, what do you find people are finding embarrassing?
So common things such as skin problems, they have pimples in weird places. People comment about smells that they have or discharges. And I really find that for the patients or the people that I come into contact with, it's a lot more embarrassing than it really is. But I do try as much as I can to be as sensitive as possible.
Doc, can we just break it down like genuinely? I don't think these things are embarrassing. I think society has made them seem embarrassing. You know, because if someone comes to you and says, hey, you know, I feel ngati net discharge, wrong, or ngati I've got a crack here or my lips are dry, it shouldn't be an embarrassing thing. It should be, how can you help me just sort this out? But why should one be embarrassed by it? Do you think society makes us feel embarrassed unnecessarily?
That's a very good point. And I think a lot of it is the way that you're perceived.
Right.
So a lot of people, for example, now with the lockdown, we haven't been able to get our hair done, our nails done, take care, and the self-care that we do.
Yeah.
So a lot of people feel that a lot of things have gone to the wayside. So what I find is that if you just really focus on yourself and you work on yourself,
Yeah.
a lot of the things that you're focusing on and thinking are embarrassing
Right.
are actually not that bad.
Thank you. It's nature. Natural. I guess mama look Koketso go to
My nails are brittle and they keep breaking off. So I wanted to know what's the cause and how can I solve it?
So you've heard about this a lot? Nails are breaking, chipping. Is that embarrassing?
It is embarrassing because a lot of people take pride in their hands. I mean, a lot of people talk. You see, even as my body language is being communicated to you, I'm using my hands and you see them.
But I'm looking at your face and I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yes, but if your hands are not neat, some people can think that you don't take care of yourself, you're not tidy, and that can be very embarrassing.
Okay. Dr. Khanyile, what is it that people can or people should be eating in order for them to preserve good hands, good moisture, good nails?
So moisture, like all things, comes from the earth, and that's water. You need to make sure that you're drinking enough water a day. And some people say 8 glasses a day. I always say for every 10 kilograms that you weigh, drink 1 glass. Because that's going to help make sure that people who are smaller versus people who are bigger need different requirements.
Yes.
The second thing you need to make sure is for good, strong nails, calcium, because it's going to help make them grow healthier and also be stronger, being more resistant to breakage. So if we move on to some of the things that you can do on the outside, we've got a lot of products here. And these are common things that you can find in your household. So I'll grab a few here. Coconut oil, if you don't mind grabbing the lemon juice there.
Lemon juice, yeah.
There is some almond oil as well and sea salt. So we'll take these through. So basically what you could do is with this lemon juice, you can take a couple of drops of the lemon juice and mix that in with this coconut oil. What I love about coconut oil is that it can be solid or it can be a little bit liquid once you warm it up.
Are we able to show the people how this is done?
Yeah, sure. So it's difficult to show that when it's warm because it's a little bit
It gets, it
firm.
freezes.
Yeah, it's like a
right.
butter, which is really nice. But you can take this and you can put that straight on your hands and use that as a moisturizer.
And you
Or
can eat it too.
You can definitely eat it.
divine.
Coconut oil is really good because it moisturizes everything, your hair, your skin, your nails. And then you can just put about a teaspoon of that in there. And then when you heat that into a container,
Right.
and you just moisturize that onto your fingers.
And I like how it just melts on your body because your body temperature is quite warm. So the moment it gets makes contact with your hands
Exactly.
or face, it just melts.
And if you see my nail there, you just rub it into the fingers, making sure that you get your cuticles
Into the
nice
cuticle
and
there.
moisturized.
Nice.
And then you can also use this on your whole hands. Just make sure that you do this at night, especially because you don't want to be walking around having oily hands all over the place. But it's nice because overnight, you're not really doing much.
Right.
You can make sure that during the night, you're sleeping, you're getting moisturized, and your hands look nice and shiny.
Beautiful. I love that.
Other things you can use, especially for people who've got dry, flaky hands. You know,
Yes.
people who work a lot. I work with a lot of chemicals and they make my hands dry.
Yes.
So what you can use is you can take some of the sea salt. The sea salt is great because it acts as an exfoliant.
Is it better than the bleach, normal sodium, salt?
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter, but the reason this is nice is because it's coarse. So because it's thicker, you're able to get some of the particles and the hard substances off of your hands. You can mix this with either your coconut oil or you can even take a teaspoon of honey and mix that in and make like a nice paste and rub it all over your hands. And you can get into all the places that are hard, callousy, etc. and it can come off.
Okay. Now that's for your hands.
That's for your hands and for your nails.
And the benefits of what you spoke about with the honey, what are the benefits of having that in your hands?
So the honey is really nice because the honey on its own is very moisturizing. What people don't know about honey as well is that it's got antibacterial properties and that can help for people who are prone to, cuts that get infected or
Right.
even if you are working with a lot of harsh chemicals. So you can just take, thank you so much.
But honey is quite sticky though. That's why I'm just trying to figure out how does it work? Is it honey on its own or honey mixed with something else?
So you can use the honey on its own, but I would suggest you mix it with something that's an exfoliant, like the salt. You could even use Epsom salts. You could even use brown sugar because you want the action of both of them to move any coarse substances, any dry, dead skin off of your hands.
Then I
and the
rinse it
honey is
off.
going to moisturize and you rinse it
Then
off.
I rinse it off. And then I
You could
apply some
sleep
coconut oil.
Yeah, you could even sleep with gloves on at night because that will help seal in the moisture and make sure that both, when you wake up in the morning, your hands are nice and smooth.
That's divine. So I must really take care of my hands even when I sleep. You're saying I must maybe use gloves?
That would be great. And so, if you use something like this, you can feel them. They're really soft and they'll really seal in that moisture when you're asleep. Put them on after you've put on your moisturizing treatment. Sleep with them overnight, and when you wake up in the morning and you shower in the morning, you'll be able to see that your hands are really, really soft.
So just give me that again. So I do my honey treatment, my honey with my salt, honey with my sugar.
Yes.
And then I rinse that off, and then I put on my coconut oil, and then I put my gloves on.
You can do anything you want. I would suggest you don't rinse it off.
So I sleep with the honey.
Yes, because you want that really to go into the skin and seal in that moisture deep so that when you wake up in the morning, you rinse it off and it's all smooth.
And then I have to soak the gloves.
Yes, you need to wash the gloves when you're done. Please do.
Oh, wow, this is fantastic. So what I like about this is that, you're basically showing us a holistic treatment. Not just about what you're eating, not just about what you're moisturizing with, but also when you're sleeping, you can continuously, nurture your hands as you're sleeping.
Yeah, I think
but
a
then,
lot of...
Sorry, go on.
I think a lot of people don't understand that taking care of yourself is an inside and an outside job.
True.
So while it's important that you have treatments and we go for manicures, sometimes those things can be expensive, but you don't have to sacrifice your self-care and taking good care of yourself because of those circumstances.
And these are very important. You're quite right. It's so good when your hands look and feel good. But I've also noticed something that when you mention gloves, you can actually get the gloves that you can use when you wash your hands, when you wash your dishes. But I think it's so much admin to wear gloves when you're washing dishes.
It can be admin, but for people who have really dry skin, the chemicals and also the hot water themselves can dry your hands out. So it's important to use rubber gloves if you just grab those ones behind you, like those ones that you can get at any supermarket, and they'll protect your hands from the hot water. They'll also protect your hands from the chemicals you use whenever you're washing the dishes.
And I just want to be against you here. So when I'm doing my garden, I like to feel the soil. I like to feel the roots of the plants. But I see other people opting, opting to the glove option. What would you say? Is it better to use gloves when you're busy with your garden?
So again, it will depend on your skin. If you know that your skin is more dry, the best thing would be to use the gloves because you're protecting your skin from those chemicals. However, if you want to get in there, get your hands dirty, by all means do that.
Right.
And if you feel that you need a little bit of a boost, here are all the products that you can use.
Don't believe honey has got so much use. I am shocked. Okay, next question, Koketso.
My skin is itchy, agerobala, and it's dry. So I wanted to know which foods can I eat to solve this problem?
Would it suddenly happen that you've suddenly got flaky, ashy, itchy skin?
It could happen, and that could be because of maybe you've been exposed to a more drier climate. Maybe you've moved to an area where there's different chemicals in the air, especially people who burn outdoor fires or cook on open fires. They may be exposing themselves to those chemicals, and that may be causing a reaction in your skin. So for dry, particularly dry skin, it's important to note that you need to firstly see what has in your diet has changed, and also what in your schedule has changed.
Yeah. And maybe, as you had said, if you had moved to a different place, perhaps there's been a change there in the climate. Maybe your skin is not reacting well to that. So what do you use then to apply to your skin?
So again, make sure that you are moisturized on the inside with lots of water, and also make sure that all the foods that you're eating have a lot of moisture.
Can we clarify that? Sorry.
Yes.
You're saying water, you're not saying liquids, because people are going to think, oh, well, I'm having juice, I'm having that dark cold drink, nyama, it's easy. Then they assume that they're hydrating when they're having that, and that's not what you mean. What you mean is?
That's a very, very good point. What I mean is water.
Right.
So the problem with a lot of the juices and the cold drinks that we have is that they've got a lot of sugar. And sugar, when you drink it, tends to pull water out of your system.
Water retention, I need.
Yes, and then you just pee it out.
Yeah.
Also things like coffee and caffeine in your diet can cause problems. What you need to do is also eat foods that have a lot of moisture in them. Things like watermelon, avocado,
Your cucumbers
bananas,
are hydrating.
cucumber.
Exactly. So anything that's hydrating. And sometimes I'm like, let's not spoon feed people. Let people use their imagination. Take a fruit and take a veggie and slice all of them up and find out which one has got water in it. So then you can tell, this one is probably hydrating, so is this fruit, so is this vegetable.
Exactly.
Then what do I do on the outside, Doc?
So there's a lot of common things that people don't really know they need to do. For example, when you get out of the shower, don't immediately dry yourself first.
Ha!
Make sure that if you are prone to dry skin, while your skin is still wet, you can actually put on your cream or whatever you use to moisturize your skin, because that locks in that water. There are different companies that make different products for dry or very dry skin. One of the great products we have available is petroleum jelly.
Yes.
And that is good for your hands, your feet, and extra dry areas. Some companies also make products with oils in them. And some of the oils that I really love are things like our olive oils. We could also use baking soda, but fruits and veggies like avocado, can you take that?
You are kidding.
And banana.
I know this, you can use this as a mask, but you can also apply this on your skin.
Yes, because a mask for your skin as well as your hair. Avocados have a lot of fat in them, and that fat really helps promote the moisture in your skin. Avocado, when you mix it with olive oil to make a mask, is incredible for moisture on your skin and also gives you a glow.
Right.
It's great. You just need to put a little bit of that and mix it with this, and then you'll be able to apply it as a mask or even onto areas that are extra dry, your elbows, your knees, your feet. So the other thing you could use is these bananas. Bananas are incredible, and so we can take them the same way that we used our olive oil and our coconut oil in mixing it together with something else. Take these bananas, just 1/2 of this, put it in a bowl, mash it up, and put it onto problem areas. You can just apply it to those problem areas or put it on all over your skin before a bath, and it'll seal in all of the moisture so that you don't become cracked, dry, or flaky.
Koketso,
My lips are still very dry, and I wanted to find out what can I use.
see the thing about lips though, we never stop moisturizing the lip.
I think that will depend. I think some people, especially guys, moisturize less than girls. Some, it's the other way around.
Hey, awazi.
Some people are very sticky about their lips, you
Yes.
know? So I think especially now, because we've been wearing masks, we're not seeing our lips as much. So you still need to make sure that they are moisturized. Things like the dry air, we tend to talk a lot and lick our lips a lot.
Yes.
And even when we eat foods, you know, you're having all of these foods come through your mouth and your lips get very dry.
True.
So you need to make sure that just before and after meals, you moisturize your lips with whatever you need. I always, again, this banana is incredible for your lips.
Kidding me.
And it tastes so nice. It's kind of like counterintuitive.
Can we please do a banana lip therapy?
We definitely can. Let me grab, let me grab some of the sugar.
You are kidding me.
Because I'm going to mix these two together.
But
so
you know,
banana.
But you know when you think about it, when I doctor, is that whenever you eat a banana, Vele, when I think about it, you hardly need to moisturize your lips because
Yes. And it's so moisturizing. So what I'll do is I'll take about a teaspoon of this there. And then I'll take a little bit of a banana here. And it's so simple because you can put it in any container. You can take it with you. You can empty out an already used, container that
Can
you
you please
have.
mix this on that side so that our people can see?
Oh, sure.
There
Let
we
me
go.
move over this
Excellent.
side.
Just so they can see.
All right.
So what are you doing with the sugar and the banana?
I'm just mixing them together.
Are you doing a lip scrub?
Yes.
A lip scrub?
Yes, you can make this as a lip scrub and you can put it onto your lips. So you can use this and blend it together if you want to make more quantity, or you can just mix it together like this. And I would do it on myself, but I've got some very nice lipstick on my lips, so I'm not going to do that. Thank you. So you can see the consistency is a little bit sticky, so it will stick onto your lips, but it tastes so nice because of the sugar. And you just move in circular motions over your lips.
So that's a lip scrub?
Yes, the lip scrub.
But it's not a lip moisture?
No, because then the lip moisture, you can just take the banana and you can just put the banana on your skin.
Dr. Khanyile, you know what makes you even greater is that with all these home remedies you're coming up with, it's so much better to know what the issue is because you are the one that made it. So I know that, no man, I added brown sugar and this and that, so I can imagine what could have caused the issue. Unlike when I go and apply cream, then I may never heal because I can't even say, Dr. Khanyile, angazi ukuthi kunani. You know, I can't even guess. I can't even kagel.
Definitely, and that's why cooking at home is the best thing to do versus takeout, because you know what you're putting into your body, you know how much of the quantities are there, and you can monitor and see what's going on.
Thank you for coming on to the show. We really love you, and we know for a fact that you're going to come back, because I know the viewers are going to go, Simfuna back. Dr. Khanyile uyakhanya nje ngokwakhe. So thank you for ukusikhanyisa namhlanje. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I would love to come back.
Nyanazi, you want her back already. Don't worry, she will come back. Hang on. Hey, me busy on Twitter. Is there anything else that you want to share with me besides wanting Dr. Khanyile to come back? What's a good Twitter at Dijo Le Bophelo, or if you go Facebook, go Instagram, Dijo Le Bophelo, or just email us dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za. This interview is being posted online for Goketo to view and take notes. Now we log on over Nokukhanya and watch us again and again on our SABC Education's YouTube channel. Almost we go back to Koki to hear what he has learned from the good doctor. Stay tuned. Siyabonga. Welcome back. Usasenam la Dijo Le Bophelo on SABC2. When we met Koketso earlier on live show, we befuna ukwazi ukuthi ingaba ngakwazi ukusebenzisa ukudla for common embarrassing things that he's suffering from. He has seen the conversation with Dr. Khanyile online. Let us find out what he has picked up from our chat.
Thank you, Dijo Le Bophelo. This show is very informative and very educational. I've learned that the same foods that I eat are the same foods that I can use to cure the common embarrassing things on my body. I weigh 70 kilograms, so I've learned that I must drink 7 cups of water per day. And I love the fact that I can use the things that I already have in my kitchen, like sea salt, because it's a natural exfoliant. I was very surprised that honey could be so moisturizing. And it has antibacterial properties that can fix my nails. I've also learned that I must put on lotion while my skin is still moist, so the lotion can lock in the moisture. I'm very surprised how bananas are very versatile. I can use them for my lips and for my heels. Thank you, Dijo Le Bophelo, for the valuable information. I know a lot of people will benefit from today's show.
Iphela kanjena ishow yethu namhlanje kodwa masingakhalini kakhulu siyazi ukuthi ishow iyaqhubeka online angilahlele ngetweet uthi @Dijo Le Bophelo or uvele ungiface ku Facebook na ku Instagram uthi Dijo Le Bophelo or just email me dijolebophelo@sabc.co.za ngizonithola la no bakithi ningakhothi ukuthi le show le yenzelwe nini ukuthi nikhululeke nisibuze zonke bonke emalana nokudla ngoba ngaphandle kombuzo wakho nowakho nawe awudololo iDijo Le Bophelo. So please, sibuzeni bo via social media, via email, fakiteki lakho ube fit uhambe uyeposted ungishaye ngencwadi. Kwazi bani, mhlawumbe umbuzo wakho will be chosen as the question of the day for next week's show. Masihlangane la kwa SABC2 for more Dijo Le Bophelo. Same place, same time. Mzobe ngila. Wena. Bye bye.